Hi, I'm bigcal and welcome to my world. Today I will be starting a new Let's Play where I play through the story mode in WWE Day of Reckoning for the GameCube. I will just mention now that I am recording this audio after I have played this episode, and it will be the same for the next two episodes. Reason being, I bought a new microphone, recorded 3 episodes in a row, went to edit the footage and it was shit. So I bought a new microphone, one of these snowball ice blue thingamajiggy-dogs, and it seems to be much better. So because I'd saved the game obviously after I'd upgraded Bobton here, who will be our superstar. Because I'd upgraded him, I would have to create him from scratch again in order to start the story mode with his attributes back to normal. So yeah, that's all I want to say. So I will be talking over this as if basically because I've already played it, so it might sound a bit weird compared to normal Let's Play commentary. Okay, so let's get started anyway. We've got Mr. McMahon here. Okay, I'm ready. Send the next one in, basically. And the next one in is, of course, the almighty Bobton. Isn't he awesome? He's got the ginger Saiyan hair, those lovely green, what do you call them, dungaree thingy, is it yeah, shut up, I know what they are. They are things. My mind has gone blank. Great. Anyway, look at his moustache. It is glorious. Absolutely glorious. And in certain lighting, especially when he makes his entrance, instead of being a moustache, it looks like he's got clown paint on. Yeah, so Bobton here is finally ready to make the WWE, but he can't get ahead of himself. He's not in the WWE yet. And the reason for that is, I think he has to go to Developmental. Yeah, he was a big fish in a small pond, but now he's in the WWE and is a tiny speck. He's a pleb, in fact, according to Mr. McMahon. That's such a lovely term, pleb. Till the time comes that we feel you're ready for the next step, blah 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 blah. Feels like you're paying your dues all over again, because it's exactly what you'll be doing. Yeah, look at Bobton, he's so awesome. Don't forget there is a video of me, time-lapse video of me making Bobton from scratch. So if anyone wants to make Bobton as well, watch that video in slow motion, I guess, and check out all the different parts and things that I use for him. And you can create your very own Bobton, because Bobton is the best. Yes, I'm pretty sure Bobton's got what it takes. More than ever, Mr. McMahon, I know this is right for me and I won't let you down. When I originally recorded the footage, Bobton had a voice, and Bobton's voice was like this. Sure, Mr. McMahon, I'll be your superstar. But yeah, I've decided against using that voice. He wants to meet Trish, so yeah, that's something. I wonder if that changes or not, because I'm pretty sure I set up, you can set up like alliances and rivalries, and I'm pretty sure I set Trish up as an alliance, I think, maybe. So I don't know if that changes to like another female. Then again, I don't think it does, because I don't think there was a spotlight for a particular female, so it could have just said one of the guys' names, which would have been weird. But, you know, it's 2017, if Bobton wants to go that way, you know, who am I to say no? Yeah, so he gets to go down to Developmental first, and then, if he does well, he may very well get a contract with either Raw or SmackDown. And Bobton is, of course, very, very happy with that. Okay, yeah, so this game, I love the story mode for Day of Reckoning 1 and 2, because 2, for starters, follows on. But this one, yeah, you start off in Developmental. This is long before NXT was even a thing, you know, so you just get thrown into Developmental against no-named opponents, and you have to work your way up to gaining an actual contract. It was really cool back at the time, especially when this was out. There was the SmackDown games, you know, Here Comes the Pain, SmackDown vs Raw, and it was usually based around an existing superstar who was already there, already in storylines and things. This, you know, you start from the scratch, you start from the ground up, start from scratch, you know, a brand new signee going to developmental to see if you've got what it takes. And who's going to help you to get there? None other than Jonathan Coachman, the coach. Yeah. Come on, coach, you know who Bobton is, don't you lie. You've seen him on the Independents. Yeah, we all know you watch them, coach. Back in the day, the Independents were so good. Now they're just terrible, just like current wrestling, in fact. Yeah, which is why I rarely do any wrestling content on my site now. I mean, I used to have a full site dedicated to wrestling. Wrestling View was my main thing before Big Cal's World started. But now, wrestling has abandoned me, and I need to sneak. I will try to remember to edit the sneeze a little bit there so it isn't as bad, but I do need to blow my nose as well. While I do that, let's wait for Bobton to go to his first match. Did you like my fancy fireworks? That was kind of the most editing I did with his entrance because there was just so much he could do. Yeah. Comes out, and this is my favourite part of his entrance. Whee, look at me, I'm Bobton. Whee! And then he just stops and walks normal again. Not really a fluid transition there between his entrance down the ramp and then getting into the ring. But, you know, what you're going to do, it was a game from 2004, I think this came out in? I think so, because Day of Reckoning 2 came out in 2005, so I'd assume so. And his opponent is none other than the absolute legendary, his name is, I mean, just look at him, we don't... I don't need to tell you his name. You see him and you know exactly who he is. He's that guy right there, walking down to the ring. Yeah, see, we all know him, don't we? Yeah, it's what's his name? Thingamajig. Joey Rock. There we go. See, who didn't know Joey Rock's name? He's like a legend now. This was back in 2004. It's 2017 now. He's like a 17-time world champion. You know, a Hall of Famer. He's the best ever. But he didn't start off too well because he had to face Bobton, who was drunk during his matches. Ooh, but he has some very stiff strikes. Love Bobton's moveset. Yeah, nice big power move there. Lots of power moves and strikes. Day of Reckoning 2 has a lot more strike-based moves that I really like that this game doesn't include. So I can't actually wait to get to Day of Reckoning 2 to continue the story and to update Bobton's moveset to something a little better. Ooh, nice big boot right to the face. And a Dragon Sleeper! Dragon Sleeper! He's gonna tap! He's gonna tap! He's gonna tap out! And no, Bobton just decides, fuck it, I'll let go. Because that's how the game mechanics worked back then. Spear! Spear! 1, 2, 3! Well, yeah, my first match lasted less than a minute because Bobton is the 1 minute man. In the ring. Only. Apparently. Honest. Yeah. Totally didn't base Bobton on myself. Yes, well, poor Joey Rock, he went on to become a legend, but first he did have to pay his dues and he had to job out to the up-and-coming star at the time, Bobton. Look at that, beautiful. And we got some attribute points and some cash. So the attribute points, of course, will go towards his stats, because they do start off fairly low, especially since I had them all evened out. But of course... probably as we go along, his power, and durability will probably be the higher two, because durability already is a little bit higher. But yeah, what do I put the points into this time? Do I add? Ah yes, counter. Countering, the system is very easy. You got the L button to counter grapples, the R button to counter strikes, but when your attributes are that low, it isn't the best system because you can barely counter anything. Okay, first week of April, show 2, 5 minutes. I don't need 5 minutes, I've already proven I only need 1. Yeah, gotta admit, you showed me something out there in your last match, but don't kid yourself. It's going to take a lot more than that to impress the coach. Okay, so he wants me to finish an opponent quickly. I won my match in less than a minute. I don't need 5 minutes for this. Bobton can do it in under a minute if needed, but he's given me 5 minutes, so I'll use up some more time, and maybe we can even see one of Bobton's finishers in this match, because he didn't get a chance to do it in the previous match because Joey Rock yeah, couldn't kick out of a single spear. Yeah, skipping the entrances now because, you know, we've seen Bobton's. Yeah, it's great, but don't need to waste all the time on it. Brad Brixton. Ooh, this guy, he's a tough bastard, he is. He's a big tough bastard. It's going to be very difficult to beat him at all, never mind in less than 5 minutes. But, spoiler, I think we do it. Loading times. Here's Drunken Bobton. Yeah, ooh, he avoided that. And he walked right into a spear. Dumb bastard. Countering me though and throwing me across the ring. Pretty sure he counters me quite a few times with that throw. It's a pain in the arse. Ooh, look at the power. Yeah, thinks he's better than Bobton. Look, he's punching in the back of the head. Who the fuck do you think you are? I'm fucking Bobton, mate. I'll do the in. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you want power? Yeah, fucking do this to Bobton if you can. Yeah, you coward. Oh, throws him in. Irish whip. And... ooh, explode a suplex. Plenty of suplexes on Bobton, because I'm a big fan of suplexes. And he countered me again, that bastard. Yeah, I love suplexes. There's one in particular that I was so happy was in the game. I know it's in DOR 2. I wasn't sure if it was in this one. It's been removed from a lot of recent games. I don't know if it's back in or not, because I haven't played them for the last 2 or 3 years, because they're terrible. Ooh, sexy Bobton dance there. Oh, and showing off as well, because why not? Yeah, I don't know if we get to see the particular suplex in this match, but it will happen. Bobton going to the outside. Oh, and being sexy, of course, because he's just a sexy Bob. Sexy Bob. He'll make your heart throb. Heart throb. And he'll rub his elbow in your face. Or his forearm, I think it is. Keep pressing the button, it keeps doing it over and over again. It's good stuff. And Bobton is gonna fly! Woo! The amazing flying Bobton and the Hass of Pain. This is the Hass of Pain. Was it someone else? Was this the Brock Lock? I can't remember. I haven't seen the Brock Lock in a long time. I'll have to watch Brock versus Benoit for SmackDown 03 again, just for the hell of it, 'cause it's an amazing match. Ooh, pile driver. But I can't remember what the Brock Lock looks like, and I don't know if Charlie has used it and called it the Hazard Pain after Brock left or not. Yeah, have to look that one up at some point. If I remember, I'll post it up. I'll mention it in the next video. Poor Brixton is in danger zone there, but he can come back if he wants, but I don't think it's going to help him. Oh, what's coming up? Beautiful overhead, belly to belly. Love that suplex, one of my favourites. Oh, and a moonwalk. Oh yeah, Bobton with the moves. Oh yeah, Bobton's awesome. And this game's awesome. Going for the neck breaker. Boom. What I really like about this game, other than Bob being sexy, is in likes of Houston Hangover, in likes of SmackDown versus Raw and all those games, you had lots of grapples, and you do grapple in a direction to go into a specific grapple, like speed or power, and then you'd use the direction keys again to do a particular move. Lots of moves, which is great, really love that. But this one just has light and heavy grapples. Light grapples, very easy to hit off. Heavy ones, you have to hold in the grapple button to grab them and then do a move. And if you try to do these at the start of the match, it will not work. They will counter you to fuck because you have to damage them first before you can do the heavy grapples, and I really enjoyed that system. This sort of had it in the SmackDown 1 and 2 games. And there, Bobton has won with the Jackknife Powerbomb. We'll probably change that at some point, but for now, Bobton in Developmental will be using the Jackknife Powerbomb. Great win. But yeah, in the other SmackDown games, you'd start off and they'd be fine, then you'd have to hurt them, pick them up, and they'd be groggy, and then you could do a hard grapple. This one's sort of the same, except you can do a hard grapple at any time. It's just more often than not they will counter it unless you've injured them first. Just a nice, cool system. So Day of Reckoning 1 is a very, very good, very fun wrestling game, but it's not quite Day of Reckoning 2. But like I said, the story, it does continue on, so I have to do this one first. And it's not like it's a bad game either, so it's going to be really, really fun. So the points, I think I'll put some more in charisma here, just because obviously the higher your charisma is, the more your special meter will go up when you do a taunt. So it can be very useful. I think in DOR2 it was kind of broken. You could just do a couple of taunts and you'd have a finisher built up. Pretty crazy. Meet Mr. Heyman. Yeah, Brock Lesnar's left the company, so if he's looking for a new beast, then of course there is good old Bobton. He's got the strength, he's got the speed, he can do the technical moves, he can do the suplexes, he can do the powers, the power bombs and the pile drivers. He's got it all. Coach pretending he's forgot my name. Yeah, right. Bobton, yeah, it's an honour to meet Heyman, he knows it. He doesn't give a shit about the coach, but Paul Heyman is a great guy. Yeah, so he's come to watch Developmental tonight, eh? Oh, I do have a few interesting moves. Well, yeah, duh, because I'm Bobton. I've got awesome moves. Okay. So, what does he want me to do? Show off some style? Bobton shows off style every time. Yeah, show him your finishing move. Make sure he notices it, do it twice. 2 finishers, no problem. But I don't think the Jackknife Powerbomb is going to impress Paul Heyman that much, even if I do it twice. I think maybe another finisher's in order. Because one of the things with the Day Reckoning series, you can have like a ton of finishers. You can have from the front, from the back, on the ground facing up, on the ground facing down, in the corner facing forward, in the corner facing backwards, running, top rope, standing, top rope, on the floor. There's just loads of options for finishers. Not all of the positions will have good finishing moves available. Some will only have basic moves, but if you do them, they'll count as a finisher. But yeah, you can have quite a few finishing moves in this game. I always liked that about it as well. Makes it a bit better than just your 2 finishers that you normally get. Pressing the finisher button or pressing the finisher button plus up. Yeah, here we go, and we're against some Chinese dude, some Asian dude. Don't want to be racist, not entirely sure what he is. We'll just call it, was it Wing? Sat a bit away from my monitor while I watch this to record, just because don't want as much PC noise in the recording, even though I can edit it out. If there's too much noise, try and edit it out, it'll screw with the rest of the audio. So I'm hoping that this version of the audio is much better, much clearer, because the original stuff was just truly fucking awful. Ooh, yeah, ducking Bobton there. Ooh, German suplex. That's a new move we haven't seen from Bobton. Runs up behind, just grabs them and throws them, just like Brock. Yeah, see, nice wrestling takedown. Ooh, you bitch. What the fuck you doing? Kick you in the head and spear you. Normally this match would be over, but Mr. Heyman wants to see my finishing move twice, so that's what we've got to do. Yeah, rub that forearm right into that face. Always love the story that Paul Bearer told about Undertaker and Jerry Lawler in the casket match that they had. That's available. It was available on an old Undertaker VHS tape. I think it was released on a DVD as well. It's from like an old Coliseum video release, like a dark match. Basically, Jerry Lawler, you know, when he ran Memphis back in the 90s and he was with WWF, he would get talent from WWF to come down to Memphis, except they could only obviously do it on the days off, so it was optional. And Lawler, you know, asked Undertaker and Bearer if they wanted to go down to Memphis on the next day off. Taker and Bearer, you know, wanted their day off and said no. So Jerry Lawler got really pissed. It's like, you know, I'm not letting you guys, fuck you guys, you know, you're never coming to Memphis, don't want me anyway, you shit, basically. Lawler clearly forgetting that he was facing The Undertaker that night in a casket match. So Undertaker apparently just had a little smile on his face and was just like, yeah, just you wait. And, oh, look at this guy, he's refusing to take my finisher. Oh, here we go. So we've got to stop the story for this. The amazing, sexy Bobton. But look at that. Oh yeah, showing off. And boom! That is a finishing move in this game. And it is amazing. Yeah, so Undertaker and Lawler later that night had a casket match. And gets towards the end of the match when they're supposed to finish up. Undertaker is supposed to just roll Jerry Lawler into the casket, and there it is, half Nelson suplex. Half Nelson suplex, my favourite suplex ever, one of my favourite moves. Love it that it's in this game. Anyway, so yeah, Undertaker's about to put Lawler into the casket, but he decides to ask Lawler if they can go to Memphis. And Lawler, of course, is still pissed, like, no, fuck you guys, you're not coming to Memphis. So he starts to rub his forearm into Jerry Lawler's face. Please, Jerry, let us come to Memphis. Jerry Lawler's, no, fuck you guys. And he keeps doing it. He's like, if you don't say we can come to Memphis, I'm not going to stop doing this. So Lawler basically has to say, yes, of course you can come to Memphis. You can come to Memphis. Undertaker lets go of Lawler, rolls him into the casket, wins the match. Always just made me laugh. That story from the late, great Paul Bearer. Paul Bearer, I actually had some contact with him on Twitter not too long before he passed away. So I messaged him asking him if he had the exact date of The Undertaker's debut match against Bruiser Brody in Texas. Because there's always conflicting reports on the year. Some people say it was 1985, some people say it was 1984, some people say it was 1986, some even as late as 1987. So I could never even pinpoint the actual year of it, never mind the proper date. So Paul Bearer said he was going to look into it for me and get back to me, and unfortunately before he could do that he passed away. So, but it was just nice of him to message me back, you know, a direct message, you know, so it was private. Just nice of a guy like Paul Bearer to get back to me on such a trivial little thing. So that was always cool. My one and only real interaction with Paul Bearer just before he passed. Great guy. Okay, back to the match. Bobton there with a pile driver through the table. He's definitely trying to impress Paul Heyman here, but he just needs to do one more finisher to fully impress him. Oh, and this brutal neckbreaker right on the floor. Ooh. No count-outs in this match, it seems. Look at Bobton's athleticism coming into the ring. Oh, look at that beautiful dive, just like The Undertaker, and a Dragon Sleeper just for good measure, even though it won't count on the outside. Come on, Bobton, you've got to get your man back in the ring. No, that's not the ring. That's a power slam on the floor. Got to get him back in the ring. Yeah, ooh, blocking me there. Yeah, some life in Wing yet. Barely, but there's some life in him. Until he gets kicked in the face. Oh. And again. Ooh. He's trying to do a special. Oh. He might get me here. Oh. Oh. Nope. Fuck you. Suplex on the floor. Oh. And I'll let you sit out on there. Sit out on the floor while I show off and build up my finisher. Yeah, look at Bobton. He can do the backflip. Oh yeah. Sexy Bobton, sexy Bobton. Oh, what a boot right to the face. And that gives me a lovely finisher. And here we go, Bobton's sexy butt. This will defeat everybody. Bobton is going to win the world title with that move. I guarantee it. In one of the final episodes, probably when Bobton wins the title at WrestleMania. I think that's how it ends. Spoiler, pretty obvious. Bobton will win the world title with that move. For some reason I didn't pin him there. Can't remember why. Hit a belly to belly. 1, 2, and 3. Bobton wins once again. Also in under 5 minutes, with 2 finishing moves to impress the great Paul Heyman. As Bobton's going to be the next beast incarnate. Bobton doesn't quite have the ring of Brock Lesnar, but Bobton is the best. So I think this is where the episode ends. I'm Big Cal, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow for the next episode of Big Cal Plays Day of Reckoning.